I'm Brendan J. Sullivan, and this is NoYz TV. Today we are going to have some hot DJ on DJ action right here with my man,
Freddy Bastone.
Bastone, like bastard, is that what it is?
Yes.
My man, Freddy Bastone.
That's right.
So how are you going to get ready for the part? I understand you're an actor, you've been in Law & Order. You had a part on Boardwalk Empire. Mm-hmm. Does being an actor help you to pretend to DJ?
Pretend to DJ? That would be something that I think a lot of people do these days.
You know, we're not in competition just because we have the same agency. And
CEG.
I don't want you to think about you getting a gig as me not getting that gig.
Let's not get competition here.
Sure.
No, as far as DJing and acting, it's really nothing to do with each other. Acting and music, yes. I use music for my acting. It's very strong for me. So if I want to cry, I could put on a song and I just hear strings or piano, and that song could just remind me of something, or it just hits my soul, and I'm just crying. I have my iPod on the train. Something comes on, I start crying. I have to turn it off because people are looking at me like, this man's insane.
Wow. Now, what's your part on Boardwalk Empire?
My part on Boardwalk Empire is this coming season. Okay. Where I'm playing a in jail, the go-to guy, the guy who could get you everything. That guy.
Anatole stole my date at a party. You know Anatole Youssef?
Yes.
He plays Meyer Lansky. He stole my date at a party, and he didn't bring a date. So it wasn't like I was like, fine, I'm stealing your date. I was just like, that motherfucker. And I went home and I tried to look up when he died.
Why didn't you hit him? If somebody does that to me,
I thought you know why? Because I thought he was gonna get murdered on the show. So 2 weeks ago, you played in Montreal at the Imperial Room.
Yes.
Were you at all intimidated knowing that I was going to play 2 weeks later?
Well, I said to myself, you know, VH1's coming. I got to really, really do well so they don't forget about me, because after you play, of course, I'll forget, you know. Yeah,
well, I appreciate it because you didn't make me look bad.
No, because evidently I played new music and you know, stuff that I really like, and because the DJ that plays there said, yeah, go for whatever you play.
Did you have the poutine while you were there?
Yes.
I love poutine. I made it yesterday. What's your favorite place to eat in the city?
God, it's in Luger's in Brooklyn.
Really? You know, I've never been. I've lived in Brooklyn 7 years. Never been.
And you're a New Yorker?
Yeah.
How is that? I mean, it's Brooklyn. It's just right there. The best steak in the world.
What are you working on in music now?
Right now.
You're writing, remixing? What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm really getting into writing big time. I just got 2 songs with a new UK label, and one's called All the DJs. It's going to be a single. And the other's called Georgie. It's about gay bashing. And also, I'm writing for Prince Royce right now, who is the #1 Latin artist of last year. Now they're crossing him over to English land. I just wrote a song for J-Lo, but besides that, I'm doing the soundtrack music for Queen's Freddie Mercury movie, and I just did the new Adele remix.
Tell me more about that. Wait, you're doing the Freddie Mercury movie?
Well, I'm in the movie.
All right.
Roger Taylor, drummer, and I've just done, but I got it because I was hired to do the remixes for the movie, and I called Jim Beach and I said, you know, Jim, I'm an actor. And I know Jim for a long time because I used to do their mixes way back. I'm not going to say when, but way back. And so he said, really, really like, yeah, just throwing it away. Send me a thing. So I sent him my reel. Called me, goes, would you just, you know, sent me sides, put it on tape, or, you know, I sent it back. And he said, great, and we'd like you to do Roger. You know,
wow.
I know Roger. I'm great with dialects.
Are you going to have to train drumming?
No, I'm a drummer. My father was a drummer. This is in my blood, brother. This is in my blood.
You are straight method on being a drummer.
Yes, that's right. My father was a drummer.
Okay.
I then turned into drums. But, you know, drummers can't really write music, so then I got into the guitar, and, you know, I guess it was my ego. You want to be more upstage. And then from there, my DJ friend in high school was DJing, and I was like, what is this DJing thing? And I went over to his place. He had the 2 techniques. And I fell in love with it, and we started doing parties. I put my guitar aside, started doing parties in the South Bronx. He'd play the salsa and merengue. I do the disco new wave, and here I am.
Now, what do you use now? What's your setup?
I use Tractor S4. Yeah. I love it. I also do endorsements for Native Instruments, but not because I'm not trying to sell it. I really love it. I never thought I would get used to the toggle wheel, and it's come real easy for me. But first couple of gigs, I was, I'm always usually very confident and sure of myself. I felt like I was just starting again. What's
the difference between your pre-performance routine and your pre-DJ set routine?
Wow. It's almost very similar. It's a relaxation.
Just kind of go jerk off in your dressing room.
Yeah. And well, that's not good for acting. Because usually I have love scenes. So, and I'm at the age where I can't revive within 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I need a good 45. So.
Do you think you have a nice porn career ahead of you?
Well, I've done porn in the past.
Have you really? What did you do?
A friend of mine wanted.
You did a friend of yours?
No. Did I? No, I didn't do him. He wanted to be a porn star. Danny. I'm not going to mention his last name, but Danny wanted to be a porn star. It's a great name for a movie. Not me. I drove him out to the house in Queens where they were doing it. This beautiful house in the neighborhood, beautiful neighborhood. Walked in, Vanessa Del Rio's there, Sharon Mitchell. These are Hall of Fame, X-rated, movie stars. And Danny did his live shot, had a problem because there's a lot of people around you, a lot of pressure. And I'm backstage getting a cellophane. Well, first of all, they said, "What are you doing? Do you want to be in the film?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, I get paid." I didn't know I was having sex. And the guy says, "Go back there. They're going to put you in makeup." They put a bunch of glitter on me. Took my clothes off, and while she was putting my cellophane jockstrap on, she blew me. It might have been the best blowjob I've ever remembered. I melted, and then I went out, and I was at the gates of hell with a cellophane jockstrap.
The gates of hell are in Queens?
Why am I saying this? What the hell?
What would your porno name be?
Well, Bastone means stick, so Freddy Stick.
Freddy Stick? No. You figure out your porn name. It's your, it's the street you grew up on and your first pet. For example, me, Dick Blazer. Beat that, pal.
I think you should be in porn. You look like a porn guy.
Do I look like a porn?
Yeah, especially those glasses.
Oh, yeah?
The Ray-Bans?
Where'd you get those glasses?
Ray-Bans!
Porn star with your Ray-Bans. Okay. What did you do before you got into acting? What did you do? What did you pay the bills with?
DJ, music. I've been doing music since I moved out of home. 17. Me and my father were like this, and about to kill each other.
He's drumming on your skull.
Yeah, and we were drumming on each other, and so I left. We became the best of friends after that. But at 17, went wandering around the streets. Back then, you would give cassettes out. No, you'd bring CDs out to people, and they would call you. And Diane Brill just put my music on. Rudolph, the well-known Rudolph Club entrepreneur, was there. He was her lover, and she had a birthday coming. And the crazy thing, it was my birthday, and she said, "Call this guy." And randomly, Rudolph told me they never listened to this stuff that people gave it. So, and that was my start of working at a huge club, Danceteria. Wow. And then I went from there working the main floor, and then the Palladium, and all the other clubs around the world.
What has changed in nightlife since you first started? What's the biggest thing?
Wow, I have to say it's the people. And I believe the people and promoters have really killed it to me.
Really?
It used to be owners used to just depend on the DJ to bring the people in. Now these promoters bring in their friends to DJ, and it really hurts the music scene. But also the people seem to not. There used to be characters. Everybody was an individual back then. Everybody wanted to be.
What would the characters be like?
Well, there was a lot of you had that Boy George look going at one time. Then you had that. And then you had the real macho gay look, everybody had a mustache. I didn't do that, but I had that look. It was very cliquey in the club. It was Danceteria was all these cliques. Now you go to a club and everybody has that same, I don't know, everybody's looking like the Jersey Shore to me.
Really?
You know, you don't see that?
Yeah, no, I see it every day. Not just in New York, it's everywhere you go now. Now, people these days don't know what it used to be like to be part of a scene. It used to be if you knew a DJ, it was because you'd been to a show, or you knew a band, it was because you saw their show. You checked them out, you followed them, you got their tape, you did that kind of stuff. Now you get the invite online, or you might just go because a friend of yours is there, or they know the promoter, or they got a bottle service or something like that. What was the purest scene that you remember?
Well, you just said it, that bottle service. I mean, we never had bottle service. There wasn't room for that. I mean, you're thinking about the Paradise Garage. That was just about dancing. I mean, people went there to dance. It wasn't about having the champagne. And, you know, a lot of these people, I know these people have like, you know, they can't even pay their rent and they're buying champagne bottles. You know, it's like crazy. And it's like, I don't get what that whole thing is about. I'd rather have people dancing all over than, you know, that champagne. But that's how clubs make their money now. So let that go. But that's a big difference. And I also think that back then when I used to play, the audience wanted to hear new music. Back then, 5 years ago. They wanted to hear new music. They wanted to, you know, go out the next day and buy that record they heard. And they don't do that anymore.
Really?
It's like they want to hear stuff they hear on the radio, which, you know, that's fine. I do that. I play that, but I like to educate.
It's one thing that's happened in music, and it's really just been not even the last 10 years, maybe the last 5 years. It's kind of the end of disposability in music. You remember, if you had a tape or a record, even a CD, if you had it for more than a year, you're going to wear it out, you're going to scratch it, you're not going to be able to listen to it, so you just forget it.
Right.
And now there's a permanence to music, which is a great opportunity. But then it also means that we're kind of hearing the same crap all the time.
Exactly. Good point. I never thought of that. But you know what I did? I bought one of these converters, the turntable converter.
Yeah.
And so on some of my records and my sets today, you'll hear, and I have some really scratchy records. Like my Sex Pistol record, it's like, and I just last night.
That sounds like your method acting pre-show.
Last night I like to do things like tonight I'm playing at Chantel. I like to always do something pre-night so I'm excited, so I'm not bored. So I'm playing something new for myself, and so I'm excited because I get bored playing the same stuff. I don't like doing that. So last night I made some mashups at the Sex Pistols on house music, and Attic in the UK. I did Friends from Zeppelin. I did Joe Jackson, Look Sharp, Voodoo Ray, a new version of Voodoo Ray. Yeah. So.
All right, now where can we hear you spin? Where do you play?
Tonight, I'll be at Chantel.
Are you
I'm doing a residency there once a month.
Sick.
Be there again the 21st. I don't know when this is airing. And we're doing my record release party, which I have a new label, production company, No Filter, which we are doing the record release party there. I'm also playing at the Imperial Room. But you might have taken my job, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, we're still in competition here.
You know, me and my family will do something about that. Better watch
and what else do we have to look forward to? You got music. You're going to be on Boardwalk next season.
The Queen movie.
Queen movie.
Also, I have a movie called The Curse, which they might have to change, where I'm actually the lead in the movie. And I'm playing a cop, which I've never done before. I'm always playing the bad guy. I am. And I'm playing the lead. I'm playing the lead cop. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not going to tell the story, but...
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So we can check you out at Chantel tonight.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome.
Please come.
All right, everybody. This is NoYz TV. I'm Brendan J. Sullivan, and with me today, Freddy Bastone.